You already know what to do, so why do you still struggle? In the bustling lanes of Jaipur stood an ancient Haveli, half abandoned, half forgotten. Inside it lived Mira, a 32-year-old interior designer. Confident, stylish, and known for transforming broken spaces into beauty. Except her own life felt strangely stuck. She had talent, she had opportunities, yet every project she started remained incomplete. One day, Mira received an unusual offer. Full creative freedom, the owner said over the phone. But there's one condition. Mira raised an eyebrow. What condition? There is one room locked for years. You must not open it. Mira smirked. That's easy. But something about his tone made her uneasy. Mira began working. The Haveli was breathtaking. Intricate carvings, hidden corridors, secret balconies. Yet strangely, every time she planned something perfectly, something went wrong. Paint would peel overnight, measurements would be off, workers would misunderstand simple instructions. Frustrated, she began changing plans randomly. Let's just try something else. Days turned into weeks. The Haveli became messier than before. One evening, an old caretaker named Gopal approached her. Madam, you know what needs to be done. Why change it every day? Mira snapped. Because nothing works. Gopal shook his head. Or maybe you're not doing what works. That night, unable to sleep, Mira wandered the Haveli. And then she heard it. A faint, knocking sound. Tock, tock, tock. Her heart raced. It was coming from the locked room. She stepped closer. The door was old, but the lock looked new. The knocking grew louder. Tock. Tock. Who's there? Then suddenly, the door creaked open on its own. Inside, the room was filled with mirrors, hundreds of them. Mira stepped in slowly and froze. Every mirror showed a different version of her. In one, she was confidently executing a perfect design. In another, she was lazily scrolling her phone. In another, she was arguing, confused, changing plans endlessly. Her breath grew heavy. Then a voice echoed, not from outside, but within the room itself. You have the ability. You have the chance. Why do you act without clarity? Mira shouted, I'm trying everything. The mirrors flickered, and one by one, they started breaking. Except one. In the final mirror, she saw herself simply doing what she already knew was right. Calm, focused, steady. No overthinking, no randomness, just action. Struggle is not from lack of ability, but from ignoring what you already understand. Suddenly, the room went dark. Mira ran out in fear. The next morning, she rushed back to the locked room. But there was no room, just a plain wall. Confused, she found Gopal. The locked room, where is it? Gopal looked at her calmly. There was never any locked room, madam. Mira's heart skipped. But I saw... Gopal interrupted softly. Sometimes, when we are ready, the house shows us what we refuse to see within ourselves. Mira stood silent. For the first time, she didn't change her plan that day. She simply followed what she already knew. And slowly, everything started falling into place. The Haveli transformed. Beautiful, harmonious, complete. On the day she finished the project, Mira stood alone in the Haveli. Peaceful, still, no confusion, no chaos. For a moment, she felt guided, as if something beyond her had always been waiting, not to give her new abilities, but to gently remind her to use what she already had.
That's why At Grupa Marg, we say, struggle begins when we ignore what we already know is right and ends when we quietly align with it.